Welcome everybody to the second stream, the second game. We have 2 and 3 to do today. The last game's on Friday. It's a doubleheader tonight. And what a way to start things off with our first game here, the Conference USA Football Championship game. In one corner, the UCF Knights, who started out 0-3, having 3 heartbreaking losses in a row. However, they righted the ship with one of the best teams we've seen throughout this season. One of the most resilient for sure. The University of Cardiac, Florida, continues to stun teams across the nation as they slip in with an 8-0 conference record. They've won their last 9 straight and are trying to capture their first Conference USA championship since 2018. On the other side, the number 14 Memphis Tigers get ready to take on the number 18 Knights. Memphis is at their second 11-win season in school history. Their first was back in 1963. They're trying to capture their first Conference USA championship since the very first title game in 2005. The Memphis Tigers have had a dominant offense all season, 36 points per game worth, and are ready to take the next step to potentially fill the shoes that the Louisville Cardinals did last year in a BCS Bowl. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. We have a new setup. My phone is not currently in the condition to do the video recordings. At least at the moment. We're going to be doing this right now. Actually, my phone might be able to do some video. It's still charging at the moment. Well, welcome everyone to the stream. We have a good one for you for sure. Up top is the scoreboard for this. We're probably only going to do the 5 minutes. We did 4 minutes for the SoCon Championship we had earlier. You can see the score at the bottom there. 17-0 the final score as Georgia Southern won the title over William & Mary. You can also see what's coming up later tonight. The matchup between number 5 USC and number 10 Stanford. But right now, it's UCF Memphis time. Memphis, a great offense this season. The best in the Conference USA. The overall ratings, I'm using NCAA 14 for this, favor the Tigers. They have the higher offense. Defense is even. We'll have to see how this matchup unfolds. Let me check the graphic real quick. Before we get started, we have a lot of games coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for those. We're ready. We're going to have you in the blue and white. We're going to have UCF wearing the all whites. UCF is playing the role of the underdog in this one. This game is at Legion Field in Birmingham, Alabama. The former home of the UAB Blazers. They moved into their own digs in Protective Stadium. We go in 5 minutes. Welcome, Danny, to the stream. You picked the Memphis Tigers to win this. I'm sure you'll be rooting for your Knights, though. Tonight. Pun intended. I'm going to actually wire up my camera, see if that'll work. It wasn't charging when I was at work today, but it has been now. I'm going to get it in recording this. If there's a big black spot on the screen, that's Droid Cam going to work. I'm gonna shrink this field here. I designed these the other day. Didn't get a chance to use the SoCon one, but let me see if this will work. Oh, I gotta turn the Wi-Fi. Hang on. That should be on. There's my PS2. To the uninitiated, this is the first day I've been using Droid Cam for my phone. That actually, I think that works. It needs to be moved to the side a little more, though. I wish it wasn't in 4:3. I wish it was in a better aspect ratio. That should be good. And now, don't move anything. Alright. So, a walkthrough on the stream. Scoreboard's at the top. You see number 14 Memphis on the right, number 18 UCF on the left. You have the 5-minute quarters, the quarter number below, of course the score logo on the left. There's the field as well. And down the bottom we have our bottom line. I'm operating the scoreboard via a website. We'll not waste any more time. Let's get into it. I'm gonna actually, before we do, there used to be a feature. The old NCAAs had a random weather, but I'm just gonna. Alright. That's fair. Let's do this now. Can I rotate this? I'm gonna do some moving around. See what I like here. You can see the overalls for these teams. Tell me what you guys are feeling. I'm liking this, I think. I think that'll be good. Let's get this game started. The 2020 22 Conference USA Football Championship game. Number 14 Memphis, number 18 UCF. I'm going to turn myself up a little bit. That should be better. We're ready to go. Memphis will kick this off and we're underway. UCF will get the ball and take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. And on come the Knights, the University of Cardiac, Florida. Plenty of close games, plenty of miracles for this team. How much magic pixie dust do they have left in them? I'll look at these particularly key players for this UCF team. Quarterback number 5, Jack Gomez, the redshirt junior from Cocoa, Florida. He's the guy that this team's been rallying around. Strong safety, number 26, Lee Moore on defense. The redshirt junior for Wade Hampton, South Carolina. The big player on defense for the Knights. And Aaron Herron from Key Largo. He's also a junior. The number 1 target for this UCF team. Memphis's big players on defense, we'll get to their offensive players later. Their big guy on defense is the middle linebacker, Jonathan Chance. Pressure coming, he'll be sacked! Kyle Watson is actually the starter here for UCF. We were questionable on whether or not that Gomez would play this game. He's decided not to. He's nursing a minor injury in this game, as UCF will come in and punt. They decided to rest him for this game. I guess the philosophy behind it is you're still bowl eligible. Watson, not a terrible replacement. Watson has had some snaps here and there as well. He's impressed the head coach for this UCF team. But on come the Tigers here for this game. They actually don't have the clock going down. As there's a throw over the middle. Intercepted! And there it is for UCF at midfield. Stolen away. Lance Jenkins is the one who got picked off. Number 26 on the defense. Oh, and he's injured. He picked up the pick. That's Lee Moore I was talking about earlier. But he'll be off the field with an injury. Handoff. Watson. Throwing that one short. Incomplete. The worst start you could think of for Memphis. First play, an interception. Throwing over the middle. That's Garrett Jacques getting it to the 40. We'll check the update on UCF's main guy. There's a first down inside the 35. Peter Davis on the run. Watson with time. He'll throw. Caught. That'll be Scott Lewis for a gain of 2. Yeah, Danny's providing us with the numbers. Memphis is number 2 in the conference in offense. UCF's number 3. Memphis has the best defense in the conference. UCF is only 7th. But their defense had a big statement there on the first play. As there's a first down throw to Garrett Jacques once again. First down, UCF. Bruised ribs out for the game. Option play? That's not going anywhere. Dylan Calhoun with the TFL. Absolutely hammered on that play. UCF in field goal range, 2nd and 13. They'll step back. Rolling, throwing to the left, caught. Pushed out of bounds. Aaron Herron with his first catch. A 6-yard gain. Third and 7 for UCF. Memphis the home team in this game, because Louisville was at home last year when they won the conference title. Here's the throw, short, caught, steps out of bounds though. No gain, Peter Davis with the catch. And they'll send on the field goal unit most likely. This one from about 36 yards out. The kick's on the way, and it is good. UCF will strike first here. Option plays. The offense is back on the field. They'll run the hurry up. Jenkins throwing. He's got a man. First down. Derek Higgins on the reception. Well, I'm gonna stop with the clock. I'm gonna move something in place of the clock. I'm gonna move the logo up there. There's the handoff. Mike Austin gets a yard. Yeah. Jenkins throwing this one up there. Intercepted! He's running the wrong way! That's a safety! What are you doing? What happened? And I think the AI just glitched. What happened? He caught it, ran into the wrong end zone for a safety. And on the punt, it goes out of bounds. I think the game just had a stroke. Anyways, it's now 3-2 UCF. How did that happen? A lapse in judgment, maybe. One way or another, we're at the 50. As here's a chance for the Tigers once again. I have no idea why he did that. I thought he was going to circle around, trying to get away from the defenders, but he just kept going. I think he thought he was... I don't know. I saw another weird play where the center ran it once. If you remember that in the Boise State-Oregon game, as there's a first down run for Jimmy Hall, not to be confused with James Hall, who we saw quarterbacking the William & Mary Tribe. And if this is one of the weirdest scores I've seen. Throwing that one. That's a catch. Dallas Engel gets 7 yards. Option play. Jenkins will keep it. Ooh, what a hit. But it's enough for the first down. A 9-yard gain. Lance Jenkins. Very successful in his own right. Here's the throw short. Breaking tackles, he'll get 8 yards. Dallas Engel was the target. Jenkins a nominee for the Davey O'Brien Award this year. As he'll get this one, he'll throw it short, and he'll lose a yard. 3rd and 3. And that'll be the end of the first quarter as the time will run out. What a weird score to start the first quarter off. 3-2, not the final, but at the end of the quarter. And there's the play we'll be questioning for a long, long time. At least you can say you saw it live here. 3rd down for UCF. Not for UCF, for Memphis. Pushing. Rounding the corner. 1st down. Mike Austin on the run. A bizarre play. I'm still confused. Jenkins. In the pocket. Throwing. Touchdown, Memphis. Kyle Richard is the one who brings it in. And the Tigers score the first touchdown of this game. And the PAT will make it a 9-3 game. Eight plays, 47 yards. And the PAT, it's now 9-3. Mem. And now UCF will get it back. Their defense and their special teams have both outscored their offense so far. Aaron Herron on the return. Ask for a restart. We got a lot to do, so I don't know if we have time for a restart. We got the Pac-10 championship after this one. Don't forget to stay tuned for that. Anyone just joining, number 10 Stanford, number 5 USC is after this. I didn't think it was going to get any weirder than William & Mary having a terrible day on offense and giving up 13 sacks to Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern will have a good time in Myrtle Beach for their bowl game. 4-yard gain. Don't forget to tune into the 2K Weeklies. This week it will not be on Sunday because we're going to be streaming on Sunday. We'll be on either Tuesday or Wednesday. You have to stay tuned on that. Danny, confirmation if you're open either day. But we'll be discussing each of the conference championship games. Peter Davis gets a good run. Oh, is he injured? Oh, no. I think UCF can make it up. It is only a safety. Harrison will get 11 on the play. Sprained ankle for Davis. He will be back, thankfully. Handoff. Here's room for some make-up points as he gets a big 1st down. Matthew Williams pushes through. Good blocking on the part of number, I believe that's 63. Either 63 or 83 there. Now I'm glad that I was recording this because I've never seen anything like that. Ooh, what a hit. Williams hits a brick wall after 8. Hey, they say the only time the most unusual thing would be nothing unusual happening. It was bound to happen eventually. J.R. Ford gets a yard, 3rd and 1. UCF's 2 for 4 on 3rd down. 50-50 shot for them. 3rd and 1, 2:44 to go in the half. Handoff, that's enough for the 1st down. 5-yard gain for J.R. Ford. Combined 1st downs. UCF has 1 more. Handoff stuffed. Hand off. Can't round the corner. No gain. Terrence Fitzpatrick got the tackle. 3rd and 11. First down is at the 9-yard line. Surveying the field. He'll throw this one to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. Aaron Herron. The big number 6 for the Knights. And that puts Central Florida within an extra point of taking the lead. It is now a 10-9 ball game. Got to update the score. Pardon me. Some great job. I wouldn't say both defenses have played well. Most of both defenses have. Oh, that's weird. He kept running even after he entered the end zone. Something weird's happening. If it happens again, then yeah, I'm going to call it. There's a throw on the screen. 7-yard gain from Mike Austin. I've seen players get frozen. We saw that weird play with the center before. Here's a throw. First down and more. Derek Higgins to midfield. It'll be at their own 49. A 1-yard gain for Mike Austin. Timeout Tigers. Pressure coming for Jenkins. Can't shed the tackle. He's sacked. Lawrence Carpenter gets the sack. He looked like he was Jenkins looked like he was about to get out of it, but he just got brought down. Oh, I forgot that this is covering that part there. Timeout UCF. And they're going to try and block the punt. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. I'm going to put that in front. I'm going to move it like that. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Quarterback keeper. No gain for Kyle Watson. Me just adjusting some stuff. 2nd and 10 for UCF. They're up 1, 44 seconds ago. Handoff. 4-yard gain, 36 on the clock. As the clock's about to run out. Will they have time for one more play? They have 2 timeouts. They will snap it one more time. And that will be the end of the first half. 10-9 the score after one half. Let's take a look at the halftime report. They might show the play again. There's Lee Moore's interception. And there's the... Let me look up who that one guy was. It reminded me of a classic play from the NFL. It was Jim Marshall of the Minnesota Vikings that I'm thinking of who ran the wrong way for a safety. As we look at this total stats, let me pull it up on the stream. As Memphis will return from their own goal line. Taking the 20 to the 25. 57 passing yards for UCF, 71 for Memphis. UCF dominating time of possession over 7 minutes compared to 2:58 for Memphis. The Tigers have had 2 turnovers. 49 rushing yards for the Knights, 36 for the Tigers. But that won't help that balance at all. Mike Austin will lose a yard. Another close, low-scoring game here. There's the handoff. Sheds a tackle, can't shed the other one. 5-yard gain for Austin. Tigers down 1. They're at 11-1 on the year. Their one loss this season was to Houston. Pressure coming. He's sacked. A loss of 8. Brandon Ramsey is credited with the sack, but it seemed like the whole defense got to him there. And a 3 and out means the punting unit is going to come on the field. And you never want to do that when you're down late in a low-scoring game. Shedding tacklers. He's still going to about the 46-yard line. Adrian Jackson on the return. Once again, don't forget to stay tuned after this one. After UCF Memphis, we have USC and Stanford, a top 5 matchup in the Pac-10 championship game. A 1-yard gain for Peter Davis. Pitch to Peter Davis. That'll lose 4. 3rd and 13. At about midfield. Watson over the middle. Caught! First down and more. He's still going down to the 21-yard line. If he stayed on his feet, that was a surefire touchdown. Now keep in mind, Memphis not just playing to win the conference, they're playing to potentially slip into a BCS bowl. Here's the handoff. Peter Davis will get 5. Second and 5. Watson. Keeper. Can he get to the line? No. A 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1. Third and 1. They're going to try and punch it up the gut. He got it. 2-yard gain for Peter Davis. The score. Handoff. Can he get in? Touchdown, UCF. Matthew Williams puts it in for the Knights. And they'll kick it off. They'll be deep in the end zone. Memphis down 8. He hurdles over a man. He'll get to the 32-yard line. They're going to show some stats for UCF's defense. Here's the handoff. 5-yard gain for the back. Five wide. Oh, what happened? Fumble! It was stripped away. Joe Edwards will lose 2, but they do recover. He threw it. It got bounced out of his hand by a defender. But Memphis will get it back. Jenkins with time. He'll throw to the right. Caught. Throw to the left, pardon me. But it's not enough for the first. Justin Mason will only get a yard. 4th and 5. And they'll punt it. UCF trying to keep control of this game. They're up 8. I forgot to update the score. As there's the handoff. Brought down to the 30. Keeper. Watson. To the 40. 9-6. UCF leading first downs in this game. 23 seconds to go in the third. Watson throwing over the middle. Caught. He's got a man to the 30-yard line. Garrett Jock. Seconds to go in the third. UCF trying to go up 2 scores. Memphis to remain 1 loss, trying to get a big stop. Herron will get 8 yards. And that will run out the third quarter of this game. 17-9 the score, UCF on top. Here's the keeper for Watson. Got blockers. He's got room. Down to the 6-yard line. Good block. Gets out of the way of his own blocker. And there's the run for Williams. He'll be just short of the first down. 4:40 to go. Watson surveying. He'll throw to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Jeff Rust. UCF. To go up 24-9, they'll need the extra point. Now it's going back to the Tigers, and they got to be in desperation mode now at this point. Look at that defense. 2 picks. One of them even went in the right direction. Jenkins scrambling, almost intercepted again. Looking over the field, throwing this one. He's got a man over the shoulder. He's got room down inside the 45. Ryan Cobb with the first down. Jenkins throwing, intercepted! And he's got room to run. This one's going in the right direction. Down inside the 20. Lance Jenkins struggling in this one. And if you're Memphis, you're just watching your big chance slip. Throwing that one, caught. 4-yard gain at the 15. And what a big upset this will be if the score holds. This will mean Memphis has not lost a conference game this year. Or UCF hasn't lost a conference game this year. Oh, he's got room around the corner. Pushing inside the 5. He'll be down at about the 4. Throwing that one out of bounds. Here's the handoff. No one to get him. Touchdown, Knights. Peter Davis. The exclamation point. And the PAT is good. That makes it a 31-9 game. I told you the Knights would make it up. Deep kick. Now it's desperation mode if you're the Knights, as we're going dark mode. A big play for UCF. Great play for UCF today. Jenkins throwing. Did he get it? Yes, he did. David Davis. What a name. What a play. Jenkins throwing. Caught. Once again, a short gain. Stops the clock by stepping out of bounds. Chris Stallings on the play. Memphis throwing short. That'll lose 4 yards on a screen play. 3rd and 8. Mike Austin got the reception. Throwing this one deep. He's got a man. Can't shed the tackle. He'll be down at the 5. But what a play for Derek Higgins to set up a Memphis score. Potentially, at least. But has it come too late? Here's Jenkins. Pressure's gonna come at him. He'll throw! Touchdown, Memphis! It's David Davis! He had to weave his way away from defenders. And they're gonna go for two to keep this away from a weird score. The chance here. He's looking. Pressure's gonna come. He's not gonna get it. That'll lose 8 yards. And 31 to 15 is how we'll stay. Onside kick. UCF recovers. Oh, look at that. 4 of their last 5 drives have ended in a touchdown. The 5th, that ended the half. There's the run. Go around the corner and get 3. The handoff, first down, and more. And the first timeout called by Memphis. UCF's now in clock killing mode as they may celebrate what might be the biggest win their program has seen since joining the FBS. Running around the corner. There's the first down, and the last timeout is called. Handoff. Handoff, and there's another one. Touchdown, Knights. And the PAT will make it 38 to 15. The run will get 25 yards. Daniel Olson. Here's Memphis throwing. Incomplete. 121. No, it is complete, but they'll lose yardage. 121 to go. Jenkins throwing over the middle. Caught. Shedding tackles to the 44. Chris Stallings. Throwing this one deep, and that's the dagger! The 4th turnover for Memphis. UCF's gonna do the impossible. 15-point underdog entering this game. The Knights are going to kneel out the clock and win the 2022 Conference USA Championship. They just got to knee it one more time, and it'll be final. They'll run the ball. And the clock will run. Central Florida. Danny, make some noise. Your Knights are Conference USA champions. We got a night versus night matchup in the future for UCF. They're heading to the Armed Forces Bowl. Memphis, their BCS Bowl hopes might be dashed, as they'll fall to 11-2. UCF now 10-3. And they can write down that they never lost once in conference. And final score 38-15. There's your final. I gotta find something. I gotta fix the bottom line here. And there we go. How about that? A 38-15 final score. Let me edit that. So we can get that shot of 38-15. We'll just move straight here, because we got a game coming up right away. Look at that. How about that transition? Let's move on here. And now the story is going to be the Pac-10 Championship. We'll get to that. not going to be able to cover up the score entirely, but there we go. What I can do is this pretty nifty transition. I dropped my controller. Check this out. Well, bam! Look at that. UCF had a very I've only won their first 3 games. That was a very tough schedule. Probably the easiest game would have been Maryland. But Maryland even turned out to have some good wins, including a top team in Virginia Tech, who we'll see in action later tonight, or tomorrow, rather. But right now, it's rematch time for a certain Stanford Cardinal. We're gonna... What's a good analog for the... Why not? Actually... Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do this. And we're gonna get ready for our second game of the night. Rose Bowl Championship, why not? It's supposed to be at SoFi, but obviously that's not in this game. Before it was at the old Candlestick Park. But I figure why not do it in the Rose Bowl if we can't get SoFi. Alright, let's get ready for a Pac-10 clash. In the Pac-10 championship game, it's Stanford, it's USC. They played earlier this year, back in week 10. USC pulled off an upset and are now sitting in the top 5. A rotation, yes it is. It was at the Rose Bowl last year. Stanford played in this stadium back in January and won the national championship here. Or I thought you were talking about the national championship. I'm just using the Rose Bowl here as an... I'm using it as a replacement for SoFi since it's not here. Also, I thought it was cool, and Stanford will kick us off. Underway in the Pac-10 championship game, tonight's closer. Brandon Williams, a big player for USC. We saw him play big earlier this night. I gotta read out some of the outline for this game. USC 11-1. Their last Pac-10 championship was back in 2013. To win that title, they beat rival Stanford. That set them up in the national championship. They lost that game to Penn State. And of course, they beat Stanford back in week 10 to clinch this appearance now. They have the best offense in the Pac-10. Third best defense. Their key players, of course, Brandon Williams. We'll bring up the others as they come up. Quarterback Ryan Benson is a big star for this team. He's a sophomore from Berkeley. Here's a handoff to Bobby Singletary. A 6-yard gain. As for Stanford, they're 10-2. Their one loss on the conference was to USC. They, of course, won the Pac-10 title last year. They're the reigning national champions. Actually, if you give the actual numbers for how these teams lay out in the Pac-10, that'd be cool. Third best offense for Stanford. USC, if they win this game, they could be playing they'll be playing in a Rose Bowl at the very least, and if the Cards line up, they'll be playing for a natty. As there's a first down to Matthew Vaughn. 38.083 points per game for Stanford's offense. Stanford's one non-conference loss was to Hawaii, who had a huge who they had a huge upset against. USC is 6th in the conference on offense. 33.33 points per game. Here's the throw. Benson throwing short to Brandon Williams, a 5-yard gain. Handoff. No gain for Singletary. Fourth and 2, they're going for it. Benson in the pocket. He'll throw this one up there. Diving catch, Johnny Carter. What a play. To the 20-yard line. Stanford and USC have the third and second best defenses respectively. But like butter, the Trojans are carving through Stanford's defense now. But there's a 4-yard loss for Singletary. Oh, second and third. USC is third. Stanford is second. Throwing this one over the middle. Caught. First down. Actually, not a first down. It'll be 3rd and 3. Zach Johnson on the play. I need the field. Benson with time. He'll throw. Intercepted! And this one's going the other way. To the 25. J.P. Schultz. The big man for Stanford. Nabs a pick. Cardinal trying to play in the Rose Bowl. Well, they are playing in the Rose Bowl Stadium for the 2nd year in a row. That's interesting. The only team better than USC and Stanford, I would think it was Oregon. It was not. It was Washington. Washington, a very good team out of the Pac-10. Not enough to qualify for the title game, but they and Oregon State, I thought, were very good late in the year. Roosevelt McKenzie will lose too. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Stanford Cardinal, reigning national champions. Last year they played in the Rose Bowl, was back when it was in San Francisco. They beat Arizona State, even though they had a bit of a scare. Here's Marvin Walker. He's going to be sacked. Took too much time, and he got brought down. Phillip Owens is credited with the tackle. It'll be 4th and 20. And the punter will come on the field in his own end zone. Look out for a field jump scare. And it's taken to about the 44-yard line. Pressure coming. Sheds a tackler. Caught. It'll be 2nd and 4. I can rotate it. Yeah, look at that. Throwing this one deep. What a catch, Matthew Vaughn. Benson throwing. He's got a man with room. It's none other than Brandon Williams. USC's multi-award nominee at wideout. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. As we look at the nominations he's received, he's nominated for the Maxwell Award, of course the Return of the Year Award, and the Biletnikoff Award. Brandon Williams, Bobby Singletary will get 3 on the play. Handoff. Not enough for the first. It'll be 3rd and inches. Throwing in the end zone. Touchdown, Williams. USC strikes first. Got a bit of an assist from another receiver. Keep it in his hands. And USC will go up 7-0. 56-yard drive, USC. Trying to make it to the Rose Bowl. Take a knee for a touchback. Over the middle, caught. 8-yard gain to Tyler Arnold. Marvin Walker, this Stanford quarterback, he was the guy in charge for the national championship. There's a handoff to the back McKenzie, who was also on that national championship team. A 5-yard gain. Handoff. Oh, breaking tackles is McKenzie. 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3. misdirection on that play. 46-yard line, 2nd and 3 for Stanford. Handoff. Nothing. Stanford failed their last 3rd down. They got a sack on that play. Play action pass. He'll heave this one to the sideline. He's got a man. 1st down. Tyler Arnold. Cardinal not only looking for revenge, but both to spoil the hopes of a natty contender and a BCS contender, but also spoil the hopes of a rival. You always want to get the better of your big brother if you're a team like Stanford. Pressure coming. He's sacked. Brandon Mueller with the sack. Throwing that one to James Byers for a 12-yard reception. 3rd and 5 coming up. 50-50 on 3rd down, 1 for 2 is Stanford. They're in field goal range. You're just outside of it. Throwing that one short. They'll lose 2. Complete pass, but it'll lose yards. And now Stanford. Decision time, they'll try for the field goal. This one from about 45. A long field goal on the way. And it's good. It's now 7-3. USC in the lead. Taken by Thomas. 24-yard reception. Pardon me, return. A defensive battle, unlike their last showing, which saw the offenses firing mainly on all cylinders. Benson. Throwing this one, he's got a man wide open. Oh, what a hit. Johnny Carter with a 20-yard gain. And a blocker to the face. Boom. Minute 51 to go at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for USC. Some great play by their offensive line so far in this game, as there's a 1st down catch to Marcus Thomas. Plenty of time to throw it, and he will! Can't stay in bounds. What a catch, though. I believe that was by Williams. Great catch, but not in bounds. Here's Benson. Throwing that one to the sideline. 5-yard gain for Williams. 3rd and 5, ball at the 30s, I would say the 33-yard line. Benson. Look at that blocking. Throwing over the middle. Incomplete. In the hands and out of them. 4th and 5, and they're going to try a 50-yarder. from way out, and he got it. It's now a 7-point game once again. Kicks away. It'll be taken for a touchback by Stanford. Minute 27 to go in the half. Cardinals still looking for their first touchdown today. Throws as a hit. What a catch by Byers for a first down. Great job by Walker getting it off as his hit. Minute 23 to go. They're going 5 wide. Throwing that one over the middle. Caught! Whoa! Byers, there's a big catch as he's being ripped to the ground by defenders. And he held on. Minute 17 to go in USC territory. Throwing, intercepted, and this one's got room to run. Raymond Riley with the pick. A minute 6 to go. USC seems to be the only team to have Stanford's number. Here's Benson with time to throw. He'll heave it. Caught. First down. Matt Poole with the catch. Just barely staying in bounds. A minute 1 to go in the half. USC looking to score. Handoff to Singletary. Only a yard to gain. Timeout Trojans. 58 seconds to go. Another loss. Another stop. Third down. Timeout USC once again. 54 seconds to go. Benson backing up. Throwing. Touchdown USC. Matt Poole. Is a USC player in contention for the Heisman? They are not. Pac-10 has one player in contention for a Heisman. That is Oregon running back Terrence Noel. We have 6 Heisman finalists. Jermaine Brown from Connecticut, the one defensive player. Mason Booth, the halfback from Oklahoma State. Javar Johnson, running back for Boise State. Trey Justice, the running back for Georgia Tech. Avery McKay, the quarterback for TCU. And Terrence Noel, the running back for Oregon. Don't forget to stay tuned for Monday's, or either Tuesday or Wednesday's episode of 2KU Weekly. Stanford throwing. First down. On first down, they get 8 yards. 45 seconds. Timeout Cardinal. Throwing this one up there. Incomplete. It's 17-3. Handoff. That's a first down. Second timeout for the Cardinal. .38 seconds to go in the half. Walker throws to the sideline. 2-yard gain for McKenzie. Steps out of bounds. 2nd and 8. 33 seconds to go. Some who could go next year? Who are you talking about? Walker throwing deep! Wide open! He's got room! He's got a touchdown! Kenny Tyson! 60-yard bomb! Puts the Cardinal potentially within 10. Or within 7, pardon me. Someone could get nominated next year? Williams is a junior, so he has next year. Matthew Vaughn and Ryan Benson are both underclassmen as well. This USC team will most likely be back next year. A USC player could be in 2023. I say Brandon Williams still. Brandon Williams or quarterback Ryan Benson, if we're going Trojans, that could get nominated for the Heisman. A player who was nominated in 2021 was freshman Marvin Walker. He lost to Warren Hodson. There's a bomb in USC's direction. Oh, he breaks the tackle. Williams is gone. Inside the 5. Benson stepping back. Plenty of time throwing, and he will! Touchdown, USC! Brandon Williams. He couldn't finish the job before, but Brandon Williams gets in the end zone this time. 2 plays, 74 yards. And it's now 24-10. Kicks deep into the end zone and will be taken for a knee for a touchback. There are only 7 seconds on the clock in the half. And in less than a minute, the offenses simultaneously have woken up. Handoff for the back. Can't get around the corner. They're going to run hurry up. They have a timeout. They won't call it. And they'll let the clock run. Up to the end of the first half. 24-10 at halftime, USC up. At the half, USC proving why it's a top 5 team. What a better way to kick off not only the new Pac-10 format, as they got rid of divisions this season, but also first championship the Pac-10 is held in LA. Look at the stats. 251 and 139 in the passing game. 29-9 rushing. USC dominating time of possession. Both teams with a pick. How about the other games today? If you haven't seen them and you're just joining us now, Georgia Southern beating William & Mary 17-0, a dominant defensive performance, and UCF beating the odds and upsetting 11-1 Memphis to get their 10th win and their 9th straight. Oh, no, pardon me, their 10th straight. Their 9th straight in conference. Stanford gets it back at the half. Taking the end zone for a touchback. I thought USC got it back at the half. I was wrong. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We have all of the big conference games tomorrow. We have some smaller ones on Sunday. Handoff. No gain for McKenzie. Quarterback keeper Marvin Walker fumbled. Recovered by the Trojans. Squeezed out by number 4 on the defense and picked up by him as well. Handoff to Singletary. First down. Of course, when you think USC historically, you think of great running backs. Singletary, not the big star of this team, but he does get some impressive results for the Trojans. Handoff to Singletary. Just short of the first down. Was not nominated for the Doak Walker Award, though. Once again, the only Pac-10 back here is Terrence Noel. But there's the handoff to Singletary. First down. Yard gain. Randy Butler, the coach of this USC team, is nominated for Coach of the Year. Matthew Vaughn is nominated for Tight End of the Year. Here's the quarterback keeper. He slides for a gain. As I said, Matthew Vaughn nominated for the Mackey Award for Best Tight End. Stanford, Marvin Walker nominated for the Blitnikoff Award. Here's a touchdown, Zach Johnson. As I was saying, on Stanford's side, Marvin Walker nominated for Davey O'Brien. Jeremy Lowery nominated for the Dick Butkus Award for Best Linebacker. Carl Petway, right end, nominated for the Ted Hendricks Award for Best Defensive End. And Anthony Boyd nominated for the Outland Trophy for Best Interior Offensive Lineman. And USC up big now. (31-10). The offense just not there for Stanford. USC has their number. Handoff for McKenzie. Nothing. 3-yard gain. If you remember, Stanford had a big comeback win earlier on in the year against Oregon. Of course, that got interrupted by my computer dying. As here's Walker again running it. He'll get 5, 3rd and 3. Handoff McKenzie. Just enough for the first down. First and 10. Handoff once again to the tailback for 4. Second and 6. They're going run heavy. Interesting tactic for the Cardinal, and that works out on that play. Jamar Holt gets the first down. Pressure coming. Incompletion will be the ruling. No avoids the sack, avoids a fumble, but that'll lose a down. 2nd and 10. You'd think that you're in desperation mode at this point of the game. Down 31-10 with not a lot of time left in the 3rd quarter. Sheds a tackler. He's still going down inside the 25. James Byers, the big receiver today for the Cardinal. Handoff for the back, 1st down. McKenzie gets 10. Rough Dukes with the tackle for USC. Can the Cardinal punch it in? Plenty of time. Walker. Pressure's coming. He's got to get rid of it. He can. He's sacked. Hit as he was about to throw it. Big loss. 2nd and 17 from the 20. Option play. They get it out to the back. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Cardinal. They're down 13. The PAT will put them back 2 scores. And it's good. 31-17 the score. Stanford's going to need some big defensive plays in order to get back in this game. 1:04 in the 3rd. It'll be a touchback. An absolutely incredible performance for USC on offense. All of their last 5 drives have ended in points. Handoff. An 8-yard gain for Bobby Singletary. Seconds. 2nd and 2. Throwing. Caught. 1st down to the 40. Ken Benson. The Benson combo. Here's the handoff to Singletary. He's got room at the corner. They'll get 6. 22 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. A great turnaround for this USC team, who had a very tough year last year. They lost the Holiday Bowl to Colorado. Here's Benson with plenty of time to throw. He'll roll right. He'll keep it. And there's a 1st down. That'll be end of the 3rd quarter. 31-17 the score. USC up 2 scores. At the Stanford 45. USC in clock killing mode. Benson. Rolling right again. Slides for a gain of 4. Handoff Singletary. Pushes his way for 5. It'll be 3rd and inches. Throwing. Caught. First down, Matthew Vaughn. Handoff to Zach Johnson will get 4. Less than 4 minutes to go. Pitch play. He's got room. Down to the 10. Looking, throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Matt Poole. And the PAT on the way. Now a 21-point ball game. 3:31 to go. Taken for a touchback, 3:31 on the clock. You're going to need a big comeback if you want to stay in this game. Stepping back. Walker throwing to the sideline. Intercepted! And he got a foot in bounds. Just like that, it turns around for Stanford, immediately going back to USC ball. Oh, what a hit. 2-yard gain. Chris Pollard with the tackle. Now they're in clock killing mode. Clock's running. There's the first down. That might have done it. Singletary. A yard gained on that. As the clock will run for USC. For the Trojans, a date in Pasadena likely awaits. And that will run out the clock. USC comes back from the brink once again, gets the better of their rival. The Trojans are going to Pasadena. They're not going to have to travel far from here. the second win over their their rival, the Cardinal, the reigning national champs. And there's your final score, 38-17. What a big game for the Cardinal. But what an even bigger game for the Trojans. We'll wrap here. That'll be the last stream of the night. Last game of the night. Don't forget to stay tuned tomorrow. We have plenty on the way. Look at the big players in this game. And this is a wrap. The Trojans are going to Pasadena. They take down their rivals. I'm gonna sign off now. I'll see you guys around for tomorrow's big day of streaming. So long here.